4 karat gold, the team of Calvin Couture and Robert Parker Williams with their manager, BC Steel. They are Golden Sheik International.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is March 2nd of 2019. Rise Pro Wrestling returns to the Stronghold. My name's Jim LaMotta, being joined by the Pittsburgh legend, Mr. Paul Atlas. And Paul, on a night that you certainly can appreciate, being a tag team specialist yourself, tonight history, Pittsburgh wrestling history will be made as Rise crowns its very first tag team champion.
You got that right, Jim, and I know a thing or two about tag team wrestling, like you said. I'm excited. I hope the fans at home are excited. I know the roof is going to come off the Stronghold tonight.
And here we're seeing it, Golden Sheik.
And their opponents. At a combined weight of 442 pounds, the new ugly Edric Everhart and the cartoon contender Ty Cross, System Elite.
The 9-year odyssey of Tyler Cross, Edric Everhart, collectively known as System Elite, could come full circle here tonight. System Elite has been considered the standard of tag team wrestling in the tri-state area. However, will they etch their names undeniably in the history books as the first Rise tag champions?
These gentlemen are tag team specialists and the longest tenured tag team, and they are wasting no time.
And we have a hot start here, Paul, as Golden Sheik and System Elite immediately throwing fisticuffs.
Hey, let's face it, there's a lot of history between these two teams. As you know, 2018, a lot of history, a lot of bad blood between the two. As a matter of fact, if you recall, there was a match last year that ended up in Golden Sheik wearing some dresses.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the most humiliating moments in the tenure of Golden Sheik. And what better way to play spoiler than to deny System Elite their suggested destiny of tag gold. But right now, Everhart and Cross are quite literally beating Golden Sheik International all over the Stronghold.
Oh, they are definitely hot tonight. They want to be the first ever Rise Tag Team Champions. Let's face it, that is.
We don't even have a belt yet, Paul.
I know. That is the threshold right there to be the first in the class of Rise Wrestling to hold tag team championships. There are no current tag champions. Tonight we crown the first ever.
Nick Davidson trying desperately to restore some order here. RPW, ever the strategist, took advantage of the distraction, and there we have the bell. Officially, the semifinals of the Rise Tag Team Tournament have begun. Golden Sheik, who defeated Military Intelligence just 1 month ago, take on System Elite, who of course defeated the tandem of Tony Johnson and Jordan Styles to advance to this portion of the tournament. RPW immediately going to work, and we saw the hot start from System Elite. Notice how RPW is immediately grinding System Elite to a halt.
That's right. Don't let the flash and flare and the cute little bow tie, don't let that fool you in any way, shape, or form. Robert Parker Williams is a student of this game, trained by the late, great Devil Budokan, who I had many wars with in my time in the ring. This man is as technically sound as any competitor.
And there you see it. RPW, a real ring general, buried the knee, perfect placement, and attempted that pinfall because that's where you win the matchup. Tag into the fashionista of professional wrestling, Calvin Couture, who is as aggressive as he is devious. And you see that right here as he's trying to thrust that forearm into the throat. And now breaking the face on the ropes. Cover here. Notice the Golden Sheik is really cognizant of this tournament format. Let's make it clear here. The semifinals and finals will take place tonight. So these teams, the winning team here, one of these pairs will move on and have to win another matchup in this night if they want to walk out of here as Rise Tag Champions.
That's very true, and I think that's why Golden Sheik is trying to make quick work of System Elite. Because let's face it, if you get involved in a very long, arduous match, you've got to come back later, and you've got to compete again against one of the other teams in the semifinals. And brother, that is not going to be an easy task.
And we're seeing RPW exploit the situation. I've said it before and I'll say it again. RPW, really one of the more underrated athletes in Pittsburgh wrestling. A real tag team specialist, has won multiple championships with multiple partners in multiple promotions.
Oh,
and
look at that little
wild
weasel
card at ringside.
The modern day Bobby Heenan, the weasel himself, BC Steel, interjecting himself in this match early on.
One thing I'll say about BC Steel. The guy, he's a charlatan. He really is. But I'm going to tell you this. You can't argue with results because BC Steel has managed dozens of athletes to dozens of championships. And his guidance is why Golden Sheik had the shoulders down of Ty Cross, who kicked out here. One way or another, we're going to see how System Elite handles the adversity here. This is high stakes. And let me ask you this, Paul. You've competed in tournaments in your time in the ring. How does the mindset change for a competitor entering a tournament format, specifically where you have to wrestle more than once in one night?
Well, that's true. There are multiple forms of tournaments. This tournament started out where you wrestled one time. Look out, we got a hot tag coming in here.
Everhart was aching to get in that ring, and he is making Golden Sheik pay for it. Release German and Calvin Couture right on his head.
Another one RPW.
Absolutely. Calvin got dropped right on his neck. Follows through the Blue Thunder Bomb. And RPW makes the save.
And he got that at the very last minute. But like I was trying to say prior, when you've got to wrestle more than once in one night, as I alluded to earlier, you want to conserve your strength, but you also don't want to hold back too much. If you hold back too much and you lose, well, you're out of it altogether.
That spine buster plants Williams to the canvas. And again, we're seeing Couture being in the right place at the right time. That's no accident. Tag team continuity.
These guys are very deliberate.
5 minutes gone by, 5 minutes.
Couture just dropped Ty Cross. And we've got bodies all over the place here. You can really feel the tension here, Paul, in this semifinal matchup. Both of these teams know exactly what's on the line, and that is history.
Oh, without a doubt. This is win or go home. Let's face it. You don't win this match, you are done. And not only is the tag team titles themselves.
Diving Ace Crusher. Could be all here, Paul. Now, wait a minute. BC Steel now in the ring. And I believe he just took Nick Davidson out of the ring.
What does he try? Well, Nick Davidson's not going to put up with it, that's for sure.
Finally, BC Steel is being ejected, but what does Williams have? I believe Williams has a chain in his hand. Williams has something in his hand, and he just tattooed Everhart, hiding the evidence. You got to be kidding me.
I think Everhart's completely unconscious at this point.
Davidson back in the ring. And Edric kicks out. RPW is irate.
And as I tried to allude to just a little earlier, not only are the tag team titles themselves what is on the line here tonight, but hey, if you do not win the titles tonight, these other teams are trying to jockey for position in the rankings.
Wait a minute, small package. He got him.
Your winners as the result of a pinfall, System Elite.
Golden Sheik had an insurance policy, and even that insurance policy could not deny System Elite. Could this be an omen for the tag championship? Will System Elite walk out of here? Will System Elite have those championships? Will System Elite put their name in the history books?
And they have etched their names as the first team in our finals tonight. They will take on the winners of the main event and Grindhouse match, which we will see later tonight.
One Brandon Kay and the head of talent relations, Marcus Mann, will be here to officially present those championships to the winner of this historic feature presentation.
And now for the featured presentation, the Rise Tag Team Championship.
Christy K always having fun with things there.
A 9-year journey has brought System Elite to the Stronghold. The ups and the downs, the peaks and the valleys have brought them the opportunity to etch their names forever in the history books of Pittsburgh professional wrestling.
And tonight, the first ever tag team champions of Rise will be crowned. System Elite, the longest tenured tag team in the tournament, but they're taking on the team that has to be the odds-on favorite. 2 years undefeated, the main event.
Gold to their resume.
And look.
Weighing in with a combined weight of 442 pounds, the new ugly.
Longest tenured tag team in Rise Wrestling, but can they overcome the height, the strength, and the athletic ability of the main event?
And physical domination is a trademark of the main event. Certainly in this feature presentation, which is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us in association with Sidekick Media and Smart Mark Video.
And there you have it right there. That knee was obviously a problem.
Wait a minute, shoulders down. Paul, you could be right. That may That may be the key to this all, because immediately Ganon is favoring the knee.
He tried to pick up Edric Everhart, but he could not do it, and it seems like that knee kept him from doing so. And this is where System Elite, again, the longest tenured tag team in Rise Wrestling. These guys have been doing this for 9 years, and right away they're going to that knee.
And Ganon, you can see the urgency in his body language. He knows he's in trouble. Yes. The main event came out here with a lot of bravado. They were trying to cover up that injury. They were trying to not show their hand here. But the physicality of this matchup early on, Ganon didn't have a choice. He winced, and now there's a target on that knee, and that's exactly what's. And quite frankly, the complexion of this feature presentation has completely changed, because System Elite has a target to go after, and if there's one chink in the armor of the main event, it could be that knee.
Yes. Say what you want about sportsmanship. Say what you want about fair play. Hey, there's an injury there. I don't blame System Elite for taking advantage of the injury to Ganon Jones Jr. right
Absolutely now. Not. This spinning toe hold is a wiggle maneuver.
That's right. And like I said before, one of these two teams has the distinction of being the first Rise Tag Team Champions. That's something no one will ever be able to take away from whoever wins this match. That is such a That is such a special moment. That is such a special feather in the cap of anyone to be the first of anything in this sport. And that's what we're witnessing is history here tonight.
And there will never be another first ever Rise Tag Champion. This
exactly.
One time and one time only in the annals of the history books. And when it comes to historic tag team wrestling, I'm not telling you this is wrestling hyperbole. I'm telling you because I respect you as a competitor, as an athlete, as a human being. You've done it all when it comes to tag team wrestling. But even yourself could never put your name along the first ever Rise Tag Champion.
Yeah, that is exactly right. I've held a lot of titles in my career. Unfortunately, I've never been the first. And when it comes to tag team championships, that is a special, special event. You know, I wrote the book, maybe not the full book, but a lot of chapters in tag team wrestling. But one of these two teams is going to have a real special place in history.
And let me ask you, what does this do to the trajectory of a career for someone that obtains those Rise Tag titles?
Oh, you're going straight to the top, not only in Rise Wrestling, obviously, but throughout the country. Because, you know, if you want to be somewhere in pro wrestling right now, Rise Wrestling is the place to be.
And we've seen Rise grow by leaps and bounds exponentially since this promotion started.
Let's face it, it's still in its infancy. Rise Wrestling is barely 2 years old. But they have accomplished so much in that short period of time.
And you know as well as I do, Paul, I mean, this event will go out through IndyWrestling.us, the Indie Wrestling Network, Smart Mark Video, of course all our social media clips and whatnot. I mean, the exposure from this matchup alone will elevate the profile of both of these tag teams exponentially as Ganon explodes out of the corner with a sense of urgency. He is very hurt with that knee. He needs to make it to Duke Davis right now. And those long arms allow him to do it.
Now here comes the big man, the metahuman, laying those forearms in.
Duke Davis is in the zone right now.
This man, they don't call this man the metahuman for nothing. He is pure machine. Low bridge by the New Ugly.
Leverage maneuver, very wisely done. And Everhart hurls his body at Duke.
And there's that tag team continuity. Guys who have been together 9 years. And I'm not selling the main event short, but let's face it, 9 years together. These guys have been up and down the road. They have been doing this a long, long time. And when it comes to that advantage, that is the advantage for System Elite right now.
Cover here. Duke kicks out, and moments ago you saw what this matchup means to these athletes, because Edric Everhart, not once but twice, hurled his body towards concrete to try to gain an edge in this matchup.
These two teams are going to do whatever it takes to become the first Rise Tag Team Champions.
I mean, not only did Edric hurl his body towards concrete twice, but hell, Ganon came in here obviously on one leg. They weren't going to forfeit this opportunity.
Absolutely not. Neither one of these teams is going to be taken. Is going to. If they lose, they're not going to. They're going to give it all they got.
Nice side Russian leg sweep from Ty Cross.
Whichever team wins this match is going to know they were in a war because both these teams are going to fight.
5 minutes gone by.
And Paul, I don't want to put a damper on, obviously, as we've said, a very historic matchup. But Ganon is not even standing on the ring apron. He is in a seated position.
Yeah, he's been laying.
He may not be able to put weight on that leg.
You know, this
it's a tag team matchup, but Duke may be going at it alone here.
And let's think about this. Even if the main event are victorious tonight, they're going to have to start beginning the defense of that tag team championship. What shape will Ganon Jones Jr. be in should the main event win this time?
Look at this.
Wow, I have not seen a maneuver like this in a long, long time.
Edric has Duke all twisted apart there.
Putting a lot of torque on the knees, the ankles, the lower back, the neck.
I don't know if I've ever seen a maneuver quite like that.
But like I was trying to just say a moment ago, should the main event win this match, will Ganon Jones Jr. be ready to defend that title? They're not going to get a night off. They're going to have to go right into title defenses.
Let's not forget the next time we're in this building, April 12th, for Challenge of a Champion. And it shows you, as we said, how Rise continues to grow each and every time we're in the Stronghold. First ever tag titles decided tonight. Challenge of a Champion, April 12th, as Duke hit those buckle sternum first.
And if you notice, too, there was torque on that knee and on that leg as he went in there. This is sound strategy by System Elite. They're chopping the two big men down. You already had the injury to the leg of Ganon Jones Jr. Now they're trying to take the legs out of Duke Davis. This is very smart on System Elite's part.
And they may do tag wrestling better than any duo in Rise. That may be System Elite's biggest weapon, is their tag team continuity.
And the fact that they know they're not going to outpower these two gentlemen, so that's why they're going to the attack they are. But again, the metahuman fighting out, fighting tooth and nail.
Elevates Edric and just powers him down to the canvas.
But how much has been taken out of the metahuman? Now, conversation between...
Duke hesitated and got cut in half. Paul, when the stakes are this high, you can't hesitate. I understand why Duke...
I mean, that shows a little bit of the inexperience of the main event there, and the fact that they have not been in the business and not been in tag team wrestling as long as System Elite. I understand you're worried about your partner. I understand you're good friends, but this is a championship match. You've got to go all out. If Ganon can't go, well, then Duke's going to have to pick up the slack. If Ganon can go, then Duke's got to make the tag and let him get in there and fight.
And obviously, as we saw earlier, these two teams have already had a matchup here tonight.
That was just pure power on the part of the metahuman.
Yeah, he muscled him up. Ty Cross didn't want to go. He didn't have a choice. In comes Ganon. How well is he recovered? Still virtually fighting on one leg.
You can see he's barely standing on that leg. He tried to use his other leg
to throw those kicks, absolutely.
Yes. And if you notice, that knee buckled immediately upon doing so.
You know, Ganon's had that knee surgically repaired, as we've talked about, but you can speak to it personally. Once you have a knee injury, you are susceptible to further damage.
Without a doubt. I've had several surgeries on my left knee.
Look out! Oh, man!
Wow,
into the ace crusher.
It got him out of nowhere. This could be it. We could have an upset here.
2.5. Edric is so frustrated.
Ganon Jones digging way, way down to get that kick out.
And again, by the numbers, you have to favor the main event here simply because no one has defeated them yet.
Ganon's trying to fight his way back up to his feet, but I don't know if he can stand on that leg anymore at this point. A lot of damage has been done.
Wait a minute, Duke intercepts! Duke intercepts!
Here it goes.
What power! No! Paul, you don't get any closer than that. You just
don't. You do not. These two teams are leaving it all on the line tonight, as they should. Again, they are both in hunt of being the first Rise Tag Team Champions, and they're both going to leave it all in the ring here tonight.
Ty Cross throwing those heavy shots. Rolling right hand.
Oh, planted him head first with that DDT.
Tremendous offense put together here from Ty Cross. It may be main event destiny here, Paul, because absolutely they're weathering some adversity here. But they've found a way to do it for 27 months, for over 2 years. The main event has found a way each and every time to be victorious.
You just don't fall into that. This is a lot of athleticism.
Oh, look out!
Look out, here you go. Oh, there's that big move by Ganon. This has to be it.
Shoulders down! No!
Unbelievable. Where did Ty Cross come up with the energy after being planted by Ganon Jones to kick out like that?
Paul, you can feel the tension in this building. Everyone on edge here.
Well, this looks like a car crash out on the highway here right now. Bodies strewn everywhere.
Ganon cuts off Everhart. Everhart in a very precarious spot. High-risk situation here.
He needs to watch out. He falls backwards. He's going to crack his skull.
And who wants it more?
Look out. Ganon going up.
Paul, this is getting very, very dangerous here as Ganon's so desperate using his own head as a weapon.
Meanwhile, you also have Duke and Ty in the middle of the ring going at it.
Watch out.
Ganon trying to set him up for the big superplex. Look out, they took everybody out, including our referee.
Nick Davidson, I believe the lower body of Everhart may have clipped Nick Davidson right on the top of the head. We need help for Nick Davidson, and more importantly, we need another official out here. I mean, Nick's a great referee, but under these circumstances, we need another official out here.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He just got hit by a 270-pound man, along with throwing a 250-pound man.
And to your point, Paul, this does look like a damn car crash. There's bodies strewn all over the ring.
How much more can these two teams take?
We've got, I know Marcus is at ringside, so maybe he can try to signal up here to get another official out here. I don't know how we're going to call this thing here.
Right now, they got to keep going. I mean,
yeah, the matchup is still officially underway here, so absolutely. Ty Cross is out.
Oh!
Whoa! Everhart, he just hit Ganon with a chair.
Right in that injured leg. Duke Davis seems to be beside himself right now. Big neck snap. Watch out, he passed the chair off to Ty Cross. Oh. My God, right in the head.
He just tattooed Duke right between the eyes.
I cannot believe what I am seeing here. I cannot believe that System Elite.
Oh, no, you gotta be kidding me. What the hell are they doing?
I am in shock. System Elite has done what no one could do for 27 months. Yeah, they have beaten the main event, and it's not by the most. I mean,
use the chair.
Your winners.
I'm shocked right now. I mean, I know System Elite wanted to become the first Rise Tag Team Champions, but to stoop to that level,
I don't know what to say.
Come on, guys.
Oh, this was history. We can't have this happen this way.
So wait a minute. Physically assaulting Marcus Mann. Wait a minute. Where's System Elite going?
No! We gotta restart this match. No! We gotta restart this match. No, we don't. We gotta restart this match. No, we don't. We're out of this. No. What you think? No. We did what we had to do. We did what we had to do. Get out of here. No.